Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to the Banner Saga. Alright, we are at Fostvellr in Chapter 4. Let's take a look at our heroes. Ivor is ready to promote. I doubt I have enough to promote him. Yeah, I need 15. Okay. Anyone else? You only had one kill. You have not had any kills yet at all, Hogan. Well, your brother Mogan has. Maybe that's why he has the wound. Let's take a look at this item. Shapersky Stone. A green stone found mounted on the armor and helms of champions, considered lucky in turning away blades. 2 strength deflected, +2 drawing aggro. Okay. No one can use that just yet, though, so we will pass on that. I guess we can check out the market since we do have some renown left over. Not really worth it. We'll pass. Let's just go ahead and leave. Outside the walls, things are a mess. Dredge everywhere. Fortunately, they're going around the hill on which Fostvellr sits, heading south, and show little interest in following as you cross into the wastes. Lovely! You're finally free of Fostvellr, but find yourself facing new problems. You hope that whoever Ivor knows at Wormtoe is willing to help. I just got a pop-up there. It was... Oh well. We got weak morale, too. I don't know about our days of supplies, though. I think that we might want to, stick with this, just push forward. Oh, poor morale. Fantastic. A trail of blood leads to a clearing where you find a large, wounded Varro. He is gnawing on his shield, swearing at no one in particular, and occasionally slamming his cudgel on the ground. If not for the heavy bleeding, you'd leave this one alone without a second thought. We can help you. We can help if you want it. In a heartbeat, the Varro is on his feet, swinging his massive weapon. You jump clear as the cudgel smashes through the trunk of a tree. The party scatters to avoid the falling timber. Once you recover, the Varro is long gone, leaving only another trail of blood, which you decide against following this time. It's actually camp. I think I do kind of want to get us out of poor morale. Let's go ahead and talk to one of the twins. Just take it easy for a while. People are noticing. Oh, they've noticed, have they? We're on the edge of a dying daily, and you want me to take it easy? Gods, I should be plowing twice as many fields, you understand? Don't get us thrown out of this caravan, Mogan. It's not just you who suffers. Right. So you get married, have kids, now I'm supposed to settle down too, yeah? What happened to... The two brothers clam up as you approach. That's right, I've got a kid to take care of. Cool your head, Mogan. Hogan departs, leaving Mogan looking awkward. Rook, what brings you around? Just heard yelling, came to check it out. You come running every time you hear yelling? Must be why you look so tired. It's important to do that when you're a leader. Look, it's not secret. I like women, Rook. They like me. They like the scar. Forget it. Listen, all this death, every night half the caravan cries itself to sleep. Pathetic. Come on, Rook, be honest. This is good living. What? Half the world is just tilling soil till they keel over. What kind of life is that? We're lucky. You can go your whole life with no goals, no purpose, nothing to fight against but boredom and hunger. I'm glad for all this. I get what you're saying. Look at it like this. We're fighting to the death almost every day, yeah? You can curl up in a little ball of fear. You can go hide in the woods eating nuts and appreciating leaves or some nonsense. Or you can enjoy the struggle. Know which one I pick. Anyway, just so you know, I'd never go for a let. Promise you that. Or odd life. All yours. Gee, thanks, Mogan. Appreciated, Mogan. You depart, unsure whether your opinion of Mogan has changed for better or worse. Good times. Let's go ahead and rest. Let's rest one more day. One more? Okay, there we go. Normal morale. Good. Where's the leave option? I do not... There it is. Alright. Can we stay at normal morale, please? The caravan is buzzing with worry. In the distance, someone has spotted a large number of dark figures following you. The dredge! The dredge! Cries one woman. But something about it tells you they don't look quite like dredge. Could it be Ekel? Gods be damned! Chokes Onef, standing on one of the carts to get a better view. Where's the dredge? That's Ekel! The news spreads throughout the clansmen like wildfire. Ekel? Why would he? Starts Oddleif. Unless he's after you, Onef. He's insane! Interjects Onef. And unpredictable. That's a good number of fighters with him. Your mind races, considering what to do. He probably does not have any non-competence with him, so we could probably not outpace him. Let's lead a charge, keeping him away from the caravan. You gather Onef, your allies and fighters, and head out into the wastes, weapons drawn, where the caravan won't be involved. Rook, my good friend, he says as you approach, throwing his axe on the ground. We come to parley, not fight. Really? Why would I believe a word you say? Rook, we were good friends. What happened? You were crazy, that's what happened. You tried to kill us. Just go back to Fostvellr and leave us alone. Ah, Rook, it's your pretty girl. I'm glad nothing happened to her. With the dredge, I mean. My friends, how could I forget everything you've done for me? Broke into my city, took my warriors, took my food, and then killed some people so you could take more food. That was a nice touch. Took one of my best men. How are you, Onef? Do they treat you well? Shove it up your ass, Ekel. If you came out here to kill me, let's get it over with. I agree. Nothing like that. You must think you know me, or people like me. Well, look at your... You've got a tick. That's never a good sign. What Onef tell you? I'm crazy? I haven't survived because I'm crazy. I did what had to be done to make it in Fostvellr. The only mistake I made was you. What kind of a man are you, Rook? You look like an average man to me. A man worried about his daughter, maybe. Just making his way. But then look behind you. How many people is that? They follow you, fight for you. Why? Because I'm awesome. And not crazy like you. What kind of man are you? I protect my kin. It's more than that, isn't it? You think everyone was born to lead? Make hard decisions? Who do these people think you are? You saved them. You're a hero. Maybe that's more important than who you really are. What's your point, Ekel? I'm your prisoner, Rook. Bind my hands. Fostvellr is done. I can't survive there thanks to you, my good friends. You may not have cut my throat, but you've sentenced us to death. I don't believe that's who you are. Is this some kind of apology? You can't trust me, I know that. Take me and my men as prisoners if that's what it takes. Ekel looks down at the ground, and the words come slowly to him. I'm not above begging. Ask Onef his opinion. I'd be a hypocrite if I told you to leave them. I don't know, Rook. You don't know me. How could you trust my word any more than his? I'm behind whatever decision you make. Damn it. I don't like the idea of letting them join me. I'm not a big fan of taking them as prisoners, because that's going to reduce the amount of food that I have available, number of days of food. And I have a feeling that they're going to try and betray me at some point. But let's do that. Listen, Eckel, we'll keep you alive, but look at one man, woman, or child the wrong way, and every last one of you gets cut down on the spot. Do you understand? I may be reckless, but I pay my debts. I don't like the sound of that. These people are right to follow you, Rook. You're a good man. You have each man's hands bound tightly and their bodies checked for weapons, making sure no mistakes are made. Things are certainly starting to feel complicated. And we're back down to weak morale. Well, it didn't actually affect our days of supplies, it doesn't seem. It was a very pointy rock. Makes sense. It was not just any pointy rock. There are people here. You find a surprising number of people camped out at the Godstone. They've been here quite a while, ever since the sun stopped. Apparently they think Radomir, the sun god, has come back, and they're worshipping him despite the bleak environment. They welcome the caravan, mingling and swapping stories with the others while you rest. They have almost nothing of value to trade, but their leader approaches and offers to let you join in their tribute. Ask what this tribute involves. Golden Fury, one says, showing you a golden liquid in a silver bowl. He places some on his chest, which almost sounds like it's sizzling, and explains through clenched teeth. It's a gift from the sun god, oil that burns like the sun and lets them see things clearly. I think I want to decline and inspect the Godstone before leaving. Nobody can really agree on what Radomir looked like, as fond as he was of his own isolation. He never directly contacted humanity. Most think he was a serpent that lived in the sun, and it's not uncommon to hear speak of seeing the tail of a great creature slipping through the thin clouds on a sunny day. Radomir was always one of the lucky gods, the kind of who people thanked for good weather, healthy livestock, and a good harvest. Despite all that, the biggest mystery has always been how his Godstone came to be found at the bottom of a dried-out lake. After some rest, you continue on. The sun god worshippers are keen to stay, so you pack your things and return to the road. Well, you guys have fun. I'm moving on now. So it wasn't just any spiky stone. Good to know. How many days do we have left in here? Can we pick up the pace? Several people have noticed black vultures circling above the caravan, taking advantage of the light snowfall. They pose no threat, but they have a visible impact on the mood of your clansmen. The next time you look back, Oddlife is firing arrows into the air, which nearly tag the birds once or twice. Get lost! No dead down here, she shouts to nobody in particular. Let her get out some aggression. It's fine. After a couple more shots, she manages to tag one of the vultures, which falls out of the sky. She recovers it, laughing to herself, and comes to show you the black feathers. You know, says Oddlife, scanning the caravan, a lot of these women, they could do this. You can tell from the look in her eyes she's excited about the idea. I think I'm going to start training them how to fight. Yeah, I'll encourage her to train the women. More archers? Sure. We can always use more fighters, you tell Oddlife. If a lead is any proof, you know how to train someone with a bow. Oddlife gives you a smile. She heads off to some of the women in the caravan, showing them the vulture she shot down. Sounds good to me. And we're back down to poor morale. Fantastic. Well, I don't think I can risk the resting again, because it might have even been a bad idea before. A gaunt man and woman approach the caravan, hands held high. A word, friends, the man says. We are poor farmers down on our luck. The woman hits him and says, We're outlaws, plain and simple. 10 of us and we'll help you in a fight for some food up front. What are your crimes? Misunderstandings. the man says. Meat houses are confusing. Never know when you drank your share. The woman hits him again and says, we've stolen, killed a few when we had to. Skills that might benefit you out here. Join us, but you'll be watched. The two quickly shuffle to a supply wagon as 8 more bandits emerge from the wilderness. They gorge themselves on salted fish and cheese, taking time to thank everyone. After eating, they politely keep to themselves. 10 fighters? Minus 3 supplies. Whale poop. Trees! Trees! We might finally be out of here, which maybe means that we have some supplies that we can spare. No encouragement or tales of glory will lift the spirits of the caravan. In the north, we have times like this, says one. We have Varro? The other giants grin, raising tankards and horns of mead. Skull! They shout and make short work of their drinks, explaining that each person takes a drink when someone tells a story that is more miserable than the last. Others join them for a second round, and mead is passed your way. Leave the others to their drinking game. Declining the horn of mead with a smile, you leave the others to drink as they wish. Bawdy songs lull you to sleep, while moans of regret wake you. The clansmen are slow to rise, but a few bouts of laughter pepper the air for the first time in recent memory. Minus 10 supplies. Well, crap.
Wormtoe was never the kind of place someone would build a town.
I was thinking about resting.
Fittingly, the Var living here aren't known for welcoming visitors with open arms.
I might have to use my supplies, my renown to buy some supplies, though. The Var will find you before you see them. Not surprising with this many people behind you. With weapons drawn, they demand to know why you're here, but back down when Ivor tells them he's come to see someone named Crumar.
Well, I'll be damned. Crumar, it's been a long time. Yeah, it has. So what brings Ingvar to Wormtoe with his very own village of humans? Bad news. Dredge are coming down from the north. We barely made it this far. That is dire news. Come on, we have food. We'll discuss more in the meat house.
As you follow the old Varl into their meager town, you catch him quietly saying,
If it were anyone else.
Well, that's a good thing that we had Ivor with us, then.
I've talked with the warriors here. I'll be honest with you. Half want to go north and find out what happened at Blotsbalker. Some think we should go to Grofheim instead.
Yes! Yes, let's go to Grofheim. I'm sure that's a good idea.
None of them are happy you're here. What do you think? If I had it my way, I'd stay here and let the dredge come. But you made this a problem, didn't you? We can't feed this many people for long, even if they don't eat much. This is a Varl town. Most of us take care of ourselves. If you've got women, children...
We could pitch in, make this place livable.
Doesn't work like that. These Varl are here to get away from civilization, not make one. It's Krumar's call. It won't be long before the dredge are here, too. No, it won't. If there's one thing we should do, it's tell Jorindr what's going on.
Who's Jorindr?
Varl King. Well, as close to one as we have. Ingvar, where'd you find these people? Stay here and rest, but once yours are ready to go, we do. I'm going to see off those who want to head north. But I'll join you to Grofheim.
More travel? No, we've already come so far. Oh, come on, Alette.
Stop the pouting, girlie. Even if Jorindr won't listen to a tired old Varl like me, I have a feeling they'll pay attention to your friend Ingvar here.
They'll listen to Ivor?
Ha! He hasn't told you? Of course he hasn't. Do what you need to, but don't be long.
It sounds like our good friend Ivor has some secrets. Ooh, we can look at the map. Let's actually look at the map. So, let's see. I thought they were talking about, let's see, Blood what was it? Looking for the place they mentioned. Blood Bulker or something like that. Blotsbalker. Oh, all the way over there, wow. Thruster, 4th king of the Varl, built Blotsbalker as a new seat of power during his reign, to much protest from the established clans of Grofheim. Thruster's mysterious death soon thereafter left in its wake many unanswered questions, as well as a sprawling stone fortress full of despondent Varl. Only the most iron-fisted and stubborn remain. That is a question as to what happened. What about 2 spears? An unusual gap in the Varl's March Mountains looked like 2 great spears at a gate. For decades, it became a bloody corridor between the Varl forces and the Dredge to the north, until the second Varl king, Arnfanir, endeavored to build a sprawling fortress here, which would eventually become Grofheim, the Varl capital. I see. What about Skyhorn? Above Grofheim, the Varl built Skyhorn, arguably the most valuable tower in the fight against the Dredge, as it stands as a gateway between the civilized lands and the steppes of silence where the Dredge were thought to have been pushed into for the final time during the Second Great War. Even now, great numbers of Varl are stationed here to hold back any possible incursion. Well, I'm guessing that that's fallen. Oh, good times. So we know that the Varl came down through here, and they must have been heading down this way. What do we have here? Let's see what this is. A city built on a spit of land jutting from within a lake, and a place of prestige to live, as expansion soon became impossible on the small island and ownership was passed down from generation to generation. The crystal-clear lake water and beautiful surroundings made the land desirable to the point that a wall was eventually built to keep away jealous neighbors. Around the whole lake? I was kind of wondering if they'd tell us a little bit more about, like, the people who live there, but I guess not. Alright. Well, do we get a country down here or something? Nope. Okay. Nope. Alright. Alright, let's exit out of the map. Let's stop by the market first. 1 renown gets 4. There's a singing stone, a rare crystal that when struck creates a pleasing sound, often strung on weapons with melodic effect. Ooh, +2 will per kill. That's not too bad. But I don't have a lot of renown. Obsidian bell. It's pretty good. Bjorg of Leander. On this jewel-encrusted headband, the eye of an ivory-white cat seems to be looking around on its own. 2 armor per turn. I wonder if that's on top of that, on what you normally have, or if that's, I bet that increases even more. That's probably why it's a level 5. Let's buy some supplies. Go down to 5 renown. Okay, there we go. I'm just worried about stuff, and I do think I want to rest. Let's go ahead and talk to Crumar again. Crumar, can you spare a moment?
Mostly no, but I'll try.
I never had a moment to thank you for your hospitality.
Consider it done, then.
How did you get all these Varl to follow you?
Respect, young one. After the Second Great War, wasn't much for me left to do, so I started training other Varl to fight. Got tired of that, made a place in Wormtoe. They still come calling, even with no wars to speak of. Seems like that might be changing, though, don't it?
Yeah. So who is Ingvar?
Ha! I'm not surprised he never told you. I'm just surprised he could stand being around anyone at all. Your friend was one of us long ago. I mean, the dredge-bashing type. He was called Ingvar then. And if you want to know why he changed his name, best ask him yourself. I'm too old to peddle and gossip.
I bet you have some incredible stories.
I might. Or I could be the most boring Varl you ever met.
I could be the most Varl boring you've ever... Yeah.
Depends on how much you like killing dredge. Ask me again someday. Might tell you about the time we filled a dead yox with whale teeth. And why.
See, now I do want to know about that. Any wisdom on fighting dredge?
Depends how much you know. They're all armor. Tap them hard enough and it'll shatter. Line up a whole row of slag and they'll explode on each other all the way down. You get in a big brawl, half your time is spent setting them up for that. And if you see one bang his axe like a tuning fork, try to kill him quick. Sometimes the slag he's calling won't even show up.
I best leave you to your business.
I suppose you should. Take care, friend of Ingvar.
Let's go ahead and rest and blow through some of those supplies that I got. There we go. Up to normal morale. Good. I think I'm happy with that. And I think we'll go ahead and leave the episode here. I am kind of regretting resting while going through the wastes. I should have waited until I got here and rested, but what are you going to do? Anyway, we'll go ahead and call it an episode, and in the next one, we will, I guess we'll go ahead and leave. I don't think there's much else to do here. Oh, nice. War Leader. What's his ability? Forge Ahead. The War Leader uses his experience in battle to issue commands to allies, moving them next in line in initiative. By repositioning his allies' turn order, the War Leader can create new strategies such as giving archers guerrilla tactics, triggering abilities earlier than usual, or slingshotting a powerful ally to the back lines. Command adjacent allies, command allies up to 4 spaces away, command allies at any range. Oh, I kind of like the idea of that. I do indeed. There are not many Varl older than Crumar, and not many who have had as much experience fighting the dredge. In Wormtoe, eager fighters would regularly come to him to learn his secrets. When Skogar was still young, Ivar wandered into the town center, startling the settlers from Rundwall who had rarely seen a Varl before. He's never said why he left Varl lands to help men build a small town, but each chieftain in Skogar's family line is happy to have him. He's known Rook since the man was young, and the two formed a fast kinship. Okay. Doesn't say much about him, but what are you going to do? What about Onef? We haven't looked at his. Some relation to Ekkel has seemingly driven this man away from Fostvellr, though he has never told you much about the exact reason why. A young boy growing up in Skogar without parents, Egil spends a lot of time behind a battered metal shield, training to be a fighter. The few who know him well call him Gil. We've not looked at Mogan or Hogan. Mogan and his brother Hogan have gotten the same question their entire lives. You don't find many twins about, and even fewer who know how to use an axe. Mogan tends to be the sort to act first and think later. This may explain the scar, amongst other things. Might also explain the fact that why he is the only one of the two who's gotten kills. And Hogan. Hogan and his brother Mogan have gotten the same... Hogan tends to be the more level-headed of the two, which may explain why he ended up with a child and wife. Okay, well... cannot use that yet. What's that do again? +2 strength to flag. Okay. Alright, well, we'll call it an episode, and in the next one, we will go ahead and leave. See you then.